Cats, aye, a true enigma, those whiskered devils. They stalk through our lives with an air of independence, aloof as a lone wolf on the tundra. Yet, don't be fooled by their cool gaze, friend. Beneath that sleek fur beats a heart teeming with more feelings than you might reckon. Ever pondered, in the still of the night, if a shadow of remorse flickers in their emerald eyes after they've scattered your trinkets or shredded your finest rug, do they know the meaning of amends? These silent hunters? In this yarn, I aim to unravel some of the mysteries shrouding their feline apologies. So enough jawing. Let's get to the heart of the matter. How the devil do a cat's feelings work, you ask? Well, they're creatures of shadow and light, these felines, complex as a tangled thicket. They're not mere beasts driven by instinct alone. Nay, they possess a rich inner world, emotions that run deeper and wider than a frozen river in spring thaw. Like ourselves, they know the sting of sorrow and the warmth of affection, the prick of anger and the soft glow of contentment. Take their love, for instance. It ain't the boisterous kind of sled dog shows, but a deeper, quieter bond. They tie themselves to us, their keepers, and to their own kind with ropes you can't see, but feel all the same. A soft rumble in her chest as you stroke their fur, a brush against your leg like a whisper in the wind. The simple act of sharing your meager fire. These are their ways of saying, "You belong to my pack." It's a fierce loyalty, make no mistake, forged in the shared hardships of the wild, even within the walls of your warm cabin. And their joy, you see it in the wild abandon of their play, a flash of fur and teeth as they stalk a phantom prey, a belly bared in utter trust, a purr that vibrates through the very floorboards. These, a moment a man catches a glimpse of the simple, untamed happiness that resides within them. A calm cat is a contented cat, mark my words. But don't think for a moment they're immune to the darker currents of life. Sadness can grip them like a winter storm. The loss of companion, be it feline or human, a sudden shift in their familiar world, the long absence of the hand that feeds them. These can plunge them into a silent despair. They'll turn inward, lose their playful spark, their affection fading like the last embers of a dying fire. A keen eye and a kind heart are needed to see them through such times. And anger? Aye, they know that bitter taste too. Disrupt their routines, treat them with a rough hand, deny them their simple desires, and you'll see the flash of their temper. A low growl, a flattened ear, a hiss like the wind before a blizzard, or the sudden strike of claw and tooth. These are their warnings. Handle their fury with a steady hand and a calm spirit, providing them security of a predictable world where their hackles can lie flat. Do cats know when they've stepped out of line, you ask? Do they possess that inner compass that guides man between right and wrong? The answer, plain and stark as a frozen bone, is no. They ain't burdened by our notions of good and evil. That sleek devil ain't pondering the moral implications when it sends your prize vase crashing to the floor, nor does it wrestle with its conscience while raking its claws across your plush sofa. But don't mistake their lack of morality for a lack of awareness. They may not grasp the why of your displeasure, but they sure as the north wind feel its icy blast. You, my friend, are an open book to them. Every furrow of your brow, every sharp edge in your voice, the very set of your shoulders, these are signals clear as a wolf's howl in the night. Some learned men have even proven it. Cats are keen listeners to the music of our voices. A soft tone means a full belly and a gentle hand. A harsh word, that spells trouble, plain and simple. And they watch, always they watch. These silent observers can read your face like a map of the Yukon. A smile is a warm sun, a frown a gathering storm. So, more than understanding our rules, They learn from our reactions. You scold, they take note. You praise, they remember. We are their guides in the strange, two-legged world. Can these creatures, these enigmatic furballs, truly offer amends? After seeing how they read our moods, the question hangs heavy in the air. Here's the cold truth. They don't know the gnawing feeling we call guilt. Don't expect your cat to slink in, head bowed, a mournful meow, their version of sorry. That ain't in their nature. However, while that human emotion is foreign to them, they ain't blind to your displeasure. When your hackles are raised, they feel the shift in the atmosphere, and that's when they'll try to bridge the gap. If, after some bit of devilry, your cat rubs against your leg or offers a tentative purr, it ain't an apology as you know it. It's more a primal urge to restore the balance, a silent plea. The air is thick with your anger. Let the sun shine again. Despite their fierce independence, their ability to fend for themselves, they crave that connection with their humans. They might be able to survive without us, out in the cold, but they forge bonds deep as any prospectors claim. They don't feel guilty, no, but they'll seek a way back to your good graces, a way to make things right between the two of you in their own silent tongue. And in the next breath, I'll tell you how they do it. These subtle gestures, the closest thing to a feline sorry you'll ever witness. Pay heed. But before I spin that yarn, lend a hand to a fellow traveler, will you? Help spread the word about these fascinating beasts. A nod to this tale, a mark of your appreciation, a word or two in the comments if your own cat has ever offered you their peculiar form of apology. It all helps keep the fire burning. Much obliged for your time. Now, let's talk about the 9 ways a cat tries to mend fences. The rumble in their chest, the purr. If man had a sound to signify peace, that low vibration would be it. And the clever beasts, they wield it well. They can't utter sorry in your tongue, but prolonged purr after some mischief is likely their way of extending an olive branch. It's a sound of comfort, of tranquility, and its intensity can be their way of saying, let the storm pass. The slow blink, in the silent language of cats, that deliberate closing and opening of the eyes is a deep sign of trust, of utter relaxation. When they offer you that languid gaze after some transgression, it's like sending soft, visual kisses, hoping that gentle look will make you forget the shattered remains of that porcelain trinket. A lick or a nuzzle. When cats groom each other, it's a way of strengthening the pack bond. If your feline companion decides to lick your hand or rub its head against your cheek after some naughtiness, it's their way of caring for you, a silent reassurance. Despite my misdeeds, we are still kin. The head bump. Every time your cat rubs against you, leaving its scent, it's a claim, a declaration. You are mine. It's a sign of affection and trust. So, when that furry head nudges your leg after some trouble, it's their blunt way of asking, we're still on good terms, ain't we? The kneading pause, that rhythmic pushing, the making biscuits as some call it, harks back to their kitten days, a comforting act learned at their mother's belly. If, after some unholy deed, your cat starts to knead your lap, they're likely seeking solace and offering a silent peace offering. Showing the belly, that soft, vulnerable underbelly, is their most exposed part. When a cat rolls over and presents it to you, it's an ultimate act of trust, showing that weakness can be their way of admitting fault, a silent surrender. Gifts from the wild. There's nothing quite like the offering of a freshly caught mouse to grab your attention, though it might turn your stomach. It's their way of sharing their bounty, their hunt. It's a peculiar apology for those sharp claws on your furniture, a strange peace offering that says, I brought you this. Let's forget the past. A raised tail approach. Has your cat ever sauntered toward you after some mischief? Tail held high like a flag of truce? That upright tail is an invitation, a silent plea for interaction, their way of saying, don't shut me out, I still want to be near. It's a subtle but powerful gesture of reconciliation. Initiating play. Play is the lifeblood of the cat. If, after some unwanted behavior. Your feline brings you its favorite toy or starts batting at your feet. They're likely trying to rebuild a bridge between you. It's a playful nudge, a silent invitation. Come on, you can't stay angry forever. These are but a few of the unique and charming ways our feline companions attempt to smooth things over. They may not grasp the human concept of apology, but they have their own ways of showing they value our bond. And if you've journeyed this far into this tale, it's clear you hold these furry beasts in high regard. So I ask you, do you know how to speak their language of love? If this resonated with you, let us know. Like, subscribe, and share, because knowledge only becomes powerful when it is passed on. Thank you for being here, for choosing to take control of your movement, your health, your independence. We'll see you in the next one.